Good afternoon, my friends. I want to talk a little bit about menopause, and want to talk about it perhaps because of the issues I've had that are related to menopause. I've had over the past few years. I would say 6 years or more, and even now they pop up and they challenge me, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one that is has experienced these things and continue to experience them to one degree or the other. And I believe that what I have to say will hopefully help someone as you listen to my story. My stories are not intended to diagnose or give any medical advice or anything of that sort. I share my stories. They're usually my personal experience or the experiences of people I know, and I share them because I believe that they will be of beneficial help to whomever listens to them. So I have discovered that menopause pretty much wreaks havoc on the lives of many women. And I do believe that men have some kind of a of a menopausal some menopausal issues also. But I'd like to talk about us women because unfortunately it affects us a lot more than men, based on what I gather talking to men and women. Menopause, for me, I had memory issues. I've had confusion, foggy brain, can't think straight, forgetful. Not anymore. But in the beginning, when about maybe 7 years ago, I was experiencing those things. It actually was very frightening. Headaches. I would have numbness, tingling over my body and in my extremities. I have had palpitations and shortness of breath. My heart would race. I also have had a lot of digestive issues, bloating, severe excess gas, constipation, sleep disorder, major sleep, anxiety, depression, joint pains and swelling, to name a few. Now, most of those have resolved completely or to a great extent. Thank God I don't have any sleep issues anymore. I have developed a routine where I go to bed at the same time and I get up at the same time. I have a routine where I have a cup of tea at night before, herbal tea, before I go to bed. And that has helped me to relax. I journal, pray, and I believe the routine has significantly helped me to regulate my sleep, because there was a time when I would get 2 hours, 3 hours sleep. And when I was getting sleepy again around 4 or 5 o'clock, it was time to get up for work. And that was rough. It wreaked havoc on my body. So I am glad that that is settled. I no longer have the foggy brain and the forgetfulness. Although one of the things that I've done is to become more organized and systematic. And I'll write things down. I have a calendar so I don't commit everything to memory. You know, if I have a specific day to pay my bills, I write it on a calendar. I check my calendar, and then it helps me to be organized. I don't have palpitations and shortness of breath anymore. And I don't have the needles and pins and numbness and stuff over my body. And I do believe that most of these symptoms of menopause resolved because I eat very good, primarily a plant-based diet, and I exercise moderately. I walk and I do a little bit of weights at home. I don't go to the gym, and primarily because, the gym is not really my favorite place to exercise. I like to walk, and walking is man's best friend, best medicine. I like to walk, and I do some weights, and now I'm working on my abdomen, tighten things up. That's another thing. You'll find that as you go through menopause, places begin to sag, and the tummy is one of them that sag, and the arms. So you gotta use some weights to tighten these things, and I do crunches and other exercises that I find on YouTube to help to tighten my tummy and my core. And I noticed that my digestive tract, I used to have gastric reflux, by the way, severe gastric reflux, and dietary changes have healed that. Also, the apple cider vinegar, baking soda, and the blackstrap molasses. Wow, that took care of most of my digestive issues years ago. But the digestive issue has come back, to visit me. And for I would say the past 2 months, I've been having some challenges with my digestive system. Main one being bloating, excess gas, and constipation. I've gone to my go-to remedies, which are the Natural Calm. Natural Calm works. But what I'm finding is that if I don't take it every day, I have difficulty going. And I really didn't want to have to take anything every day. So I tried the prune juice. I think it worked for a day or two, even though I still eat the prune every day. And I eat a lot of salads and a lot of salad and vegetables and fiber, like they say. Lots of fiber. I eat quinoa, potatoes with the skin. Just lots of fiber and vegetables and fruits, apple and things like that. But I will get relief for a day, and then for the next couple days I feel like I'm not emptying my bowel. I drink lots of water, things like that. So this is one of the challenges that I'm having. Moringa powder, which is known to clear the bowel, loosen things up, has not really been helping me a lot. I've been using the fennel seed and the caraway. Those help me with the gas, but not to empty my bowels. I feel this fullness in my bowel. Okay. And whenever you're not emptying your bowel properly, then I guess things back up. Not I guess, things back up. Okay, because they go in through one end and they exit the other end. So if you're not exiting like you should and you're still eating or drinking, yes, things are going to back up. So I had started having a little bit of reflux also. I even tried going back to having breakfast in the morning. I usually don't have breakfast, but I started having oatmeal with some moringa powder in it, a handful of raisins, and 5 prunes. And I even tried putting chia seed in it. fiber, right? And it helped for a day and back to not being able to empty my bowel. So, in doing my research, I'm not a coffee drinker normally. I might have 1 cup for the day, a small cup, maybe like a 4 ounce cup. But I'm usually not a coffee drinker. I did my research and I remember a coworker of mine had told me that his dad drinks stale coffee, meaning he makes a coffee today and then he drinks it tomorrow morning. And that's his dad's way of, that's his dad's like laxative, or stool softener. So I said, let me try this coffee. I didn't use the stale coffee, but I drank a big mug of coffee. What I did actually, like I always do, I drink like a 8 to 10 ounce glass of just plain water in the morning, and that wasn't helping me anymore. Or plain water with lime or lemon wasn't helping me anymore. Or plain water with the apple cider vinegar, etc., wasn't helping me anymore. So I tried the coffee, and would you believe it? This is my third morning. I get up, I drink, like I said, 8 to 10 ounces of plain water, nothing. And then I drink about 8 ounces of coffee. And I kid you not, that worked like a charm. Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to drink coffee. That's not my point. I just wanted to share with you that that was the last thing I thought of using, but I used it and it sure helped me to be able to empty my bowel and evacuate that fullness that I was feeling in the rectum. So these are some of the things, that happen as a result of this hormonal shift with menopause. You see, as we women get older, our estrogen and progesterone levels drop. And these hormones regulate a lot of things in our bodies. Okay, and as it becomes less and less, then we experience changes like the graying of our hair, and the skin is not as taut and supple and soft anymore, and the digestive tract has challenges, and all our systems have challenges. The knee joint and other joints will start hurting, and that kind of sore and that kind of thing. These just happen. I know actually that as we take better care of ourselves, these symptoms will either be eliminated or significantly decreased. So I continue to eat healthy, primarily a plant-based diet, very balanced. People ask me how I get my protein. Well, there's such a thing as plant protein. Protein does not just come from animal product. If you look at quinoa and, like I mentioned, chia seed, flax, um, all the vegetables, you'll find, and the grains, that they have tons of protein, and certainly nuts. Lots of proteins from plant. So one doesn't have to eat animal protein. You can get all your protein from plant, which is what I do. I get my protein, which we need, from plants. Fat, which our body needs, from plant. And carbohydrates, which our body needs, from plant. So I have a very balanced nutrition. I'll continue to have my balanced nutrition. Hopefully, very soon, my digestive tract will correct, and I will no longer have to have an 8 ounce cup of coffee in the morning for elimination and to evacuate my bowel. Just wanted to share that with you. We got to take great care of ourselves. And the time to begin is when we're young. But I find I have to tighten things up as I get older, tweak things as it were, and take the best care of this body of mine. Because I want to live a long, healthy, independent life. I don't want to be in a nursing home, and I don't want to have to depend on anyone. I know it's possible. My dad's 85, does everything for himself. And my plumber is 85, still works, crawls underneath houses to fix pipes and things like that. 85, and as he tells me, I'm a little slower. That's what he'll say. Things that used to take me 2 hours will take me 6, but I'm getting it done. And he and my dad and my friend Mr. Barry, who is 94, they're very sharp in their mind because they don't sit around and watch TV, and they challenge themselves and they learn new things and they continue to be independent. And that's my goal. So I have to take the best care of myself so I can be independent all my life and not be stuck in a nursing home in diapers. All right, take care. God bless you. Remember, your food is your medicine, and your medicine is your food. God bless you till we meet again.